Good morning, everyone. I'm Inspector Robert Cardwell, and I'm currently the officer in charge of the Marine and Coast Policing Units. I'm here today to speak on behalf of the Marine Police Unit. As we are now into the summer months, activities in and around the waters of Bermuda will increase. The Bermuda Police Service is committed to its mission of making Bermuda safer and ensuring public safety. In the wake of several marine accidents and incidents over the last several weeks, it's timely for us to remind the public who take to the waters that they are required to act responsibly and obey all laws that govern safety when taking to the waters. The BPS Marine Unit will be enforcing laws that govern the safe operation of all marine vessels on the waters. This includes the enforcement of the 5-knot, no-wake zones that are designated in and around the shores of Bermuda. Boat operators are also reminded that this law must be obeyed at all times to avoid accidents with swimmers and damage to property. Additionally, boat operators are responsible for their wake and should exercise good judgment when underway around docks and fuel stations, even if not in a 5-knot no-wake zone. There are requirements for vessels to carry safety equipment when operating inshore and additional safety equipment required when operating offshore. Members of the public can obtain a pamphlet on this information when visiting the Police Marine Unit. Any vessel operator, upon inspection by the Marine Police, found not to be carrying the appropriate safety equipment can expect to be reported for the offense committed, and police will exercise their authority to order an operator to return their vessel to the dock or its moorings. Failing to comply with this order is also a reportable offense. Operators of marine vessels are reminded that there are laws against operating vessels whilst under the influence of alcohol or drug. The legal limit is under 100 milligrams of alcohol in 100 milliliters of blood. Throughout the summer months, it is traditional that a disproportionate number of complaints are received about the operation of jet skis and the blocking of public docks. The power and speed of some of the more modern jet skis require that they be operated responsibly and safely, or it is likely serious injury will be suffered by the operator as well as other water users. Public docks are for loading and unloading only. Vessels should not be left tied to a public dock, and the operator should never leave their vessel unattended at a public dock. A reportable offense is also committed by any person who fails to obey this law. The Marine Police Unit will be coordinating the enforcement of safe jet ski operation and public dock access with land-based police units. The majority of marine accidents happen at nighttime. Operating a vessel at nighttime should only be undertaken by experienced boat operators. There are various water hazards to be considered, including reefs, fixed buoys, islands, and floating debris. Required running lights should be on board every vessel operating at nighttime. This is a green starboard light, a red port light, and a white stern light. It is critically important that marine vessels are not run at speed at nighttime, and that anyone who is operating a marine vessel at nighttime has the skill and local navigational awareness to do so. All marine vessels are required to be registered with the Department of Marine and Ports. Officers in the Marine Police Unit have started to inspect vessel registrations and are reporting the operators of unregistered vessels. The penalty for failing to register a vessel includes an appearance in the Hamilton Magistrates Court, and a fine is likely. The Bermuda Powerboat Association has commenced its racing season, and a number of races have been organized throughout the summer. Notices of the courses being raced are published ahead of the race in the print media. These vessels travel very fast, and whilst the drivers are experienced and skilled, they must manage both the speed they are traveling together with the conditions of the waters. Whilst powerboat racing offers excitement to spectators, the operators of vessels not participating in the races are required to ensure that they are positioned in a safe place to watch, and vessels that are underway in the area of race routes to ensure that you are not causing wake that can be dangerous to the operators of the racing boats. You're also asked to take heed of any warning or direction that is given by any race marshal. Failure to do so will result in race marshals calling upon the Marine Police Unit to assist if required. The Bermuda Police Service once again reminds the public that the Marine Police Unit is no longer located at its Bars Bay office. The unit is now temporarily located at the Police Come-Ups building in Prospect, Devonshire, before they take their permanent move to new offices in Dockyard, which is expected to be on or around the 1st of August. Marine police launches will continue to operate from Bars Bay. There will be no disruption to calls for services or general police patrols of the waterways in and around Bermuda as a result of the office move. Any Marine unit inquiries can continue to be made on 247-1770. On behalf of the Bermuda Police Service, I wish all a safe and enjoyable summer on the waters.
This message is from the Bermuda Water Safety Council. Summer means fun in the water for the entire family. A time to play on the beach or the shoreline and around the pool. However, fun around the water can easily lead to tragedy and untold grief for families through injury or premature loss of life of loved ones. Even though this summer is yet young, there have already been 2 incidences of near drownings. These were due to inattention by adults with young children. The Bermuda Water Safety Council would like to emphasize the need to properly supervise children when on the beach and shorelines and around public and private pools. Children can get into trouble quickly, even in shallow water. Adults must ensure that someone is responsible and carefully watching young children at all times. Sitting off and enjoying the beach party while the children run around unsupervised is a recipe for disaster. Diving in shallow water around coastlines is a very dangerous pastime. Numerous accidents happen each year, some leading to death or permanent disability. Many young lives have been forever changed as a result of diving accidents. So too is the danger around private and public pools. Parents and guardians should accompany their young children at public pools, as supervision may not always be to proper standards. In the end, parents and guardians must accept responsibility for any incident that involves those within their care. Private pools can be a special danger because of familiarity with the surroundings and the sense of complacency that may set in. Not everyone has the appreciation of the potential for accidents to occur, and young people do not have such appreciation, and many venture beyond their limits. You can make this a safe summer for you and your family by doing the following. Always ensure that young children are well supervised at all times when near the ocean or around the pool. Set ground rules for using the pool, with no exceptions allowed. Adhere to public warning signs regarding hazards such as heavy surf, riptides, and dangerous creatures such as Portuguese man-of-war, sharks, etc. Make sure there are lifeguards on duty, and at the very least, a flotation device with an attached lanyard which can be thrown to a person experiencing difficulty on the water. Wear personal flotation devices or life jackets on all boats, especially with children and those who cannot swim. Also, have at least 1 personal flotation device on board for each passenger. Avoid children sitting on the bow of the boat, especially small, fast vessels. You know, this is one of the most dangerous things I've seen. The child is sitting on the front of the boat, and if there's an accident or the necessity to stop quickly, it's a recipe for disaster. Something is going to happen. Keep pool gates locked at all times with child-proof locks. Keep a first aid kit available when playing around the beach or on the boat. You may want to consult a pharmacist regarding contents for your sea safety first aid kit. Avoid diving in water where the depth is shallow or unknown. And you should, at all times, make a personal commitment to have a safe and fun summer for you and your family. Finally, the Bermuda Water Safety Council would like to wish everyone in Bermuda a fun and safe summer. Please visit our website at www.wsc.bm for more information.
One, now with Marine Section temporarily being housed at headquarters and then subsequently going to dockyard, wouldn't that slow down response times?
Not necessarily. The only thing that slows it down is the distance between the office and where the boats are, whereas before the boats were right outside the office. We've put in place plans to make sure that we have counted some of the logistical challenges around that. We've secured parking. The vehicles that the Marine unit use on the roads are also equipped with emergency equipment. So they're minutes away from their boats as well.
Okay. And then the second question, unfortunately, in the time we're living in, water safety is perhaps taking a whole new meaning, particularly since we've seen an increase of crimes being committed on the water or the use of jet skis, etc. So is the police prepared for that this season?
Yes, we are, and you'll be aware that we have partnered with the Bermuda Regiment, and we also have a complement of reserve police officers that bolster our ranks, so we can put out as many boats, police boats, as we can. And we have shifts almost around the clock covering the waters, and we can pull on resources from other departments and units as well to also increase those. So yes, we do have plans, and they're very robust.
Thank you.
Any more questions?
Mr. Richardson, you mentioned 2 near drownings. Can you expand on that? How did you know about it? How old were the children involved? Come to me.
I can't give you the age. The Water Safety Council is not directly involved in specifics, but there's two. One is involved a child in trouble around the docks at one of the parishes, and the other was a situation where a child close to a pool, in a pool. And in both cases, the children were supervised. But what these 2 cases highlight, it doesn't take very long. I mean, we've got grandchildren. I'm sure you know what that's like with children. You can be watching them. You take your eyes off to talk with a friend, and then just in that split second, the kid's in the pool or in the dock. So both of those happened fairly recently, and it's a shame. It's really close. It's the beginning of the season, and we've already had 2. So,
And you mentioned children sitting on the bow of boats. Is that something you personally have seen, or?
many
would you say-
times.
Yeah.
I can tell you for a fact that sitting on the bow of the boat is the most fun place to be. And parents usually succumb to pressures from their children to get on the bow. And the parents say, yes, go ahead. But I can tell you that when things get bad, if the boat's going to hit anything, the child gets to hit it first. And I can tell you it's the most dangerous thing I've seen on the water. There's nothing that can compare to that.